off of an individual bringing that same type of shit. Hold on, people. We got a little bit coming on. Hold on. What's good with you, baby? Hold on. We on live right now, so you gotta wait. Hold on for me. Don't say nothing. I'll bring you in a little later. Hold on. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I'll bring you in. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, now this here is about the little Malinois or whatnot. I just saw somebody who had it in from knowing the other side of the game. When I seen it show up in this particular side of the game, it made me notice, it made me take notice that this happens across the board. I thought it was just in other fields, but this happens across the board when they sitting there utilizing this right here. Matter of fact, I got my partner with me. He on the line as well. It's like I said, if y'all on YouTube, come on YouTube, you can hear the conversation. Y'all can get it started with your boy. But my man, he was there. He was also there to see it, to where when the dude wound up bringing the dog out. Now he saw it. Good looking at official business. Now when he saw it, he was really surprised about that same dog he sold to somebody was actually showing up really good for the next person. Now the next person he sold it to was somebody who knew what they was doing with dogs, and apparently they was good with the needle as well, because that dog showed up like a donkey. I mean, that dog showed butt naked ass in this particular field, and for me to see this dog acting like how he was acting at that particular time, it made me recognize that this dog here may be on something. And I never knew about how he was in the beginning. I never knew nothing about what that dog was doing at first. I just knew what that dog did when I saw him, and I was like, he's too geeked up. He's entirely too geeked up. Now his prey drive was off the charts. His heel command, his sit and stay, that was all real good too. Now his tracking wasn't all as good as it could have been, or probably as it was. But that dog was extremely geeked up. Like you seen him when the decoys came out, that dog was foaming at the mouth. Like I could just tell he was the only one doing it. He was the only one doing that. Out of all the rest of those other animals, he was the only one that was just foaming at the mouth. And he was very in tune with his handlers, but you could tell, like, if the handlers wasn't never making enough sounds and noises, that dog would have flipped out. He'd have went left or right on whatever decoy was next to him. He was in tune with his handlers very well. And it made the person who had that dog from jump, it made him wonder, like, what happened. And I was listening to him talk to his partner, and he didn't know what was going on. And so me and my man, we were just looking like, we've seen this before. Like, I've seen something like this happen before in a different sport. And if he doesn't know, if he don't recognize his own dog, that dog must be different. And if it's different, that dog must now be enhanced, because nobody I've ever known would use this type of stuff on those type of animals in this particular sport. But this little kennel or whatever it was, they did. And when they did, they had amazing results. It's results I've seen before, and it was just shocking to see it in another form. Now I can't sit and say for sure firsthand that this is what they done. I cannot say that. I can just tell that I saw something in this before, and this is what made me think that it could be like this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let my man get on here. Hold on, let me bring my partner up in here so you can see what, because he was there. Let me bring my man in here, and we can sit and chop it up. Hold on, let me see if I can get him up in here. Hold on. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
You got me. You got me.
Yeah. I can.
Yeah. Now see, what I was sitting there chopping up, I was letting everybody know what was going on at the show we had went to, a few months back. It was pretty much about a dog. Now we thought the animal was kind of riled up. Now we never
Right
asked
on.
him. We never asked him what it was. It just we had an understanding eye as to what this could be. Now, from your perspective, what do you think of when you hear about a synthetic dog? What do you think actually happens with that animal?
Oh well, shit. Synthetic dog, man. I mean, anybody know the difference between authentic and synthetic? Yeah, just look it up. It's gonna tell you the difference in it. But one thing about the synthetic dogs, man, my definition of one is just one that's on enhancements of some
Hold on.
kind.
Repeat that again.
One that's on some kind of enhancement.
Now, for everybody else,
You heard me.
that's what he said. One that's on enhancement. This is a synthetic dog. One that's on enhancements. Not nothing that's you ain't finna breathe this syntheticness into it. You finna improve upon whatever it already is. So if this animal has anything in him that's worthwhile, whatever synthetics you put into them should actually maximize it. Now, from your perspective, yourself, my man, what do you think of the synthetic dogs? How would you categorize them if they was, let's say, from a 1 to 10? How would you categorize a synthetic animal?
Well, synthetic animal on 1 to 10. Man, well, it depends. The field I'm into, it depends. Depending what's backing up that animal for his ancestry and things like that can be added to it. But still, for the most part, a synthetic animal is just that it's synthetic. So basically, if the owner of the said sire or dam don't give you the exact, and I mean the exact recipe into how they enhance that animal, you will not get the same results breeding to the animal. A dog cannot pass on drugs. They can't pass on enhancements. So if you see one that's souped up and it does something that meets your standard or above, just know that if you got insight enough to know the difference that has been helped along, it's bloodlines and breeders out there who done their duty to their bloodline to make sure that it does those things naturally.
Right.
So
right.
what you wind up with is it's usually a help and play catch up, you know. Like I said, because anything you get out of them synthetically, you can't get out of them natural.
What?
If they the good shit.
Repeat that.
What?
Anything you get out of them synthetically, you can get out of them naturally if it is the good shit.
So what would be considered the good shit? You ain't got to break down the bloodline, but from just would you consider the good shit something of your own personal experiences, or would you consider the good shit as to what you your standard? Give it to me.
Well, shit, what I consider is my own personal standards and experiences, both. I mean, I'm on both sides of it.
Understood.
On both sides of that.
Understood. Well, I was noticing just piggybacking off of that. If I decided to use synthetics, and then let's keep it real, K9 ProSeeds, we don't bother with that because we don't have to. But I don't have an issue. I don't have an issue with nobody who do. I have no issue with nobody who decides they want to hop into a synthetic dog. I understand, the reasons as why they would do so. But
I don't knock nobody incomplete bloodline. Make it complete. If you didn't naturally do it, you didn't take the time out to naturally do it, go ahead, take a shortcut, dummy. I don't mind either. Shit, it's your breed. I don't care.
So with that being said, would you consider what if a dog was let's say if they put the synthetics in a dog that's less like a from 1 to 10, let's say he was like a 2, how much would that enhance that animal? Because I was sitting there fighting back and forth in my DMs with a couple of cats. They were sitting there saying some stuff that I knew they must have been brand new to this type of shit before. So what do you feel a synthetic animal would do if he was a level 1? What level would it jump him up to out of 10?
Shit. I mean, the actual improvement that I done witnessed, personal and offhand, just observation, man, you might turn that 1 into a 3, 3.5. And if you're really good with what you're doing it for.
Thank you. See, this is what I was sitting there fighting with.
But you still didn't meet a 5. Which ain't even halfway there, but you're gonna get you're gonna get what you want out of said individual.
Dude, this is exactly what I was sitting there debating with little cats. They gotta be new, man. They swear up and down. If you put any type of needles to an animal, it's gonna put this dog into a super dog. And I said and told them, one, y'all must ain't never competed in anything, period, ever. And also,
it's
if
different
you feel
schooling
like that,
and like you say, different shit.
If you know how to use it, it can be done correctly, especially certain types of drugs. Now, I will not get into what the drugs specifically are that you can use, because I don't want nobody who don't know nothing about it. I don't want y'all touching it, because you can really fuck over a dog. Now, the people who know what they're doing, the drugs literally are an enhancement. It doesn't, done correctly, or even if you kind of mess up a little bit, it doesn't leave a side effect. Now, once you overdo it, then you wind up having no kidney failure, anemia, no loss of blood. No, you can do it this way, but if you don't, hold on, if you know the side effects, and then you know it's not worth it unless you're talking about big money race. I mean, even depending on what type of stuff they're doing, the side effects almost are non-existent, damn near. The only reason why the animal would have some type of a problem with it is because the what happened now? Oh, the only reason why the animals would have a problem with it is because their body can't capture it because they've overdone it. The individuals have overdone everything. I don't know. My screen done froze. It's all to the good.
Yeah.
Yeah, my damn
Uh,
screen done froze. Hold on. Hold on, my man. I think my screen done froze on me.
yeah.
As a matter of fact, I know for a fact this screen done froze on you, boy. I just be having the hellest of the hell. When I sit and tell you, I be having the hellest of the. Hold on, let me redo this joint. Let me redo this joint.
Yeah.